Hey there, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, we're going to have another little drive and a natter. So this is attempt number 2. I've just spent an hour recording a video and it didn't record. I'm trying to get the what you see in the VR headset to record on the computer, and for whatever reason it didn't record. Now it does seem to be recording now. So hopefully we're going to be in business. So I'm going to do another little drive. Thanks for all your feedback on the previous video. And a lot of you guys did seem to enjoy a little sort of wandering around. Now I have found a really nice place that I'm going to be driving around in today. And it's a big island off of the Italian mainland, or Italy. And I discovered it last night, and it's just this really nice, sunny, scenic little place. And it's got a nice coastal drive and everything. So we'll take a little drive along the coast, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to record. Right, so let me get set up and I will see you on the other side. Okay, so we are in this little Italian island. Actually, it's quite a big island because it's quite big off the coast of Italy. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's really nice. There's some nice views and everything. Now, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, so we can have a little look around in the daylight and see what's going on. So we'll have a little drive around, look at the sights, and we'll have a natter while we're doing it. So, first things first, get the engine going. Oh, just in reverse. Grab a gear. Brake off. And let's get going. Now, I have built up quite a little empire in this game, so I'll tell you about that in a bit. But let's just get out on the road first. We're in a nice, posh, expensive truck. It's got a top-of-the-range Volvo with 740 brake horsepower. So it's really powerful. I just need to turn left here. This is a garage I'm thinking of buying, but we'll see.
Turn right.
So I just want to show you the marina down here. But how have you been? We're now currently just about to start week 5. Oh, hello, I've got a train coming. Yeah, we're just about to start week 5 of lockdown. Week 5 starts tomorrow. And here it is. And to be honest, I've not been too bad. I've had lots to amuse me, particularly this. I've spent a lot of time in this game. And I've clocked up about 130 hours on it now. So I've got a small empire. And I've got about 50 employees and about 10 garages, which is really good. So at the moment the money's just rolling in, which means I can buy big fancy trucks and things. Let's have a look around this marina. So this is a really nice place. I discovered it last night, and there's lots going on, so we can have a little drive around. There's actually a coastal road that we can have a little drive on, and there's all sorts of people walking up and down over there, and there's a marina. You can see the little boats bobbing around, which is fun. You can see the water. I love the attention to detail here, that you've got this even got like junk floating on the water, which is quite good. But anyway, let's get underway. And let's go on a little trip.
Get ready to turn left.
So, the other day, I had a bit of an urgent ping from my good friend Damon, and he said, quick, go outside and look up. So I did exactly that, and I saw a series of stars, well, they look like stars, going through the sky, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Now, at the beginning, I didn't know what they were. So I had these thoughts in the back of my mind going, oh great, just as we thought, the world's sort of going to pot with this whole virus thing, we're now being invaded by aliens. But as it turns out, it was only Elon Musk's satellites. It was something called Starlink, and it's a whole series of satellites that he's launched, and you can see them up in the sky, and it's like a little train of satellites going along. It's quite fascinating. Anyway, the first night I saw them, and they were really, really bright, and then for the last week I've been trying to see them again, and all I've got is really faint like remnants of them, but I did capture some of it on video footage, and I'll just show you a little clip of that video footage right now. So I took this video using a Canon M50 with a 45mm lens. These are notoriously difficult to film because it's so dark, but I was able to get them. I've had to use an extract filter on the footage just to pick them out, otherwise they were almost impossible to see on the video screen. The video footage is also sped up 800 times, so obviously these were going past a lot slower, but they were quite impressive to see. Now here's a little bit more footage. This is from a camcorder, and I had the infrared setting on, and they were so faint on the actual finished footage. But again, I just used an extract filter on the editing process, and it's just picked them out, and you can just see them towards the lower half of the screen there going past. Again, this is sped up footage, which is 800 times faster than normal speed. So obviously they were going past a lot slower. So there we go, that's the Starlink satellites, and I will carry on looking to see whether or not I can see them any clearer. Plus I think he's got some more launches coming, so they'll be a lot closer together, hopefully, if they go over. I know there is a lot of controversy about them because I know astronomers are kind of up in arms because of these little dots are going to be affecting all their photographs and everything. But it's still fascinating nonetheless, to be honest. Also, in the UK, every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, the entire UK steps outside and applauds, and they clap the the NHS and the care workers and all the important key workers in this particularly strange time. And I captured a little recording of that. So I managed to get a little recording of that from my street. So here we go, I've just pulled over here, look, got a nice sea view overlooking some sort of walled settlement, like a walled town, ancient town. Little sailing boat going along there, and really nice. Now I have replaced some parts in my computer, and I've upgraded my graphics card, and I've been able to crank up all of the detailing within this thing. So the water actually looks a lot more realistic now, it's a little bit sparkly, and it's a lot more convincing. It's quite good. Oh, I'm holding up the traffic, so we'll move on. But yeah, this is a nice little coastal road that I discovered yesterday, and I thought it would be great to have a little drive along while I'm having a natter. So here's another nice view, coastal views and everything, which is really nice. Oh, sorry, I'm upsetting this truck here that he's trying to overtake me. Better let him go. Off you go. But the weird thing about this is, I don't know if when you go on holiday and you drive through a really nice sunny place, you're not working, you don't have anywhere to be, you're just kind of cruising along and feeling good because the sky is really blue and the sun is out and it's just warm and nice. This thing is so lifelike that I'm getting those same feelings. you know, I don't know whether it's like your brain releasing like little endorphins or something, but I get exactly that same
Second
feeling. This is giving me, you know, that sort of really feel good endorphins. Oh, there's a huge ship just coming in, and I've just discovered a place called Lille Rousset. Discovered. I wonder if that ship's moving or if it's parked. No, it's parked. Well, anchored. Is it back? Oh, it's backed onto the marina. Okay, we'll have to go down and have a look at the marina. But I love this island. It's got all these nice little houses and everything. So colourful. Here we go. Got a bit of a marina going on here.
Turn left.
And it won't let me go right because there's no road there. That's a shame. I'd love to drive down that road, but unfortunately on the map there is no. Let's just double check. Yeah, there is no actual physical road there, which is a shame because that would be a great road to drive down. Still, we'll have to go this way instead. So yeah, that's parked up. You can actually go on that boat if you want. I might do that a bit later. But it's a nice looking little marina. I've not been down this road before, so I don't know specifically what's down here. There's another boat there, and that, if I hold my head really still, yeah, that is on the move. You can see it moving along really slowly. So, cool. Now, thanks to the messages I got from my last video, there was several truck simmers who actually invited me into the other worlds. Now, apparently, there are other servers that are actually live, and a lot of truck simmers log into those. So the other vehicles you see on the road are actually other players, whereas this world at the moment, I think, is pure automated. And everything here is. Let's just pull in here a minute. I want to have a look around.
Turn right.
But yeah, everything here. I don't think there are other players here. This is just purely me in this world. But apparently there are other worlds that you can log into, and there are live, you know, other people in there. And apparently you can link up with them, and you can do convoys and stuff. And I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I will at some point, because I've just got a couple of friends that are just coming online with this as well. So at some point we hope to all team up and have a little convoy and go somewhere, which would be great. But especially if we can all chat together, that would be really good. So this is something I'm hoping to do in the future. But yeah, apparently truck simming is an actual thing, and it's got a following, and a lot of people do this. A lot of people play on the 3 screens, and some of them are going over to VR now. I have tried this on a single screen. Oh, I can't get on the ferry there, but you can actually go up close to it.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
But there we go. So yeah, you can go onto the ferries and go to other continents and things. But I just wanted a little look around, and I don't actually have to earn anything anymore because the money's coming in from my employees, so I can just cruise around and see what's about, which is really handy. But yeah, this truck simming thing, I actually tried it on a flat screen, you know, on a regular monitor, and I just couldn't get on with it. I just didn't get that same immersive feel that you do in the VR headset. I mean, you can play it on a flat monitor. I think it's even available on either PlayStation or Xbox, or maybe both. But I just couldn't get on with it on the flat screen. But in the VR headset, it's just so immersive. It really tricks your brain into thinking that you really are sat in a cab, you know, driving a big rig, and it's just so amazing. So right now, especially the fact that the weather is beautiful, you've got this blue sky, you've got this sunshine, I'm nice and warm, and it's just tricking my brain into that feel-good thing, that feel-good factor, and it feels like I'm really here. It's just so, I don't have the adequate words to describe it. You have to experience it. But it's just It's just so good. And this has been a godsend since I've been stuck at home. Like I say, just about to start week 5, although I did kind of lock down a week before we officially locked down anyway. So for me, I've been 5 full weeks about to start week 6. And it's just been a godsend because it's taken so much of the boredom out of being stuck at home. And I've clocked up about 120 hours, or maybe 130 hours, I think now, on this thing, and I've built up quite a little empire, which is good. You buy up garages, you buy up trucks, and you put them in the garages, and then you employ people to drive the trucks, and each job they do earns a little bit of cash. And obviously, the more garages you've got, the more people you've got. I've got about 50 odd employees. The more they add to the pot, so that's brilliant. And obviously the more that goes into the pot, the more garages you can buy and the more employees you can hire, and it's just it's an ongoing thing. But there's 2 helicopters over there. But yeah, there's this coastal road. I think we're on it. Let's have a look. Just double check. Zoom out. Yeah, let's take a drive down. Let's take a drive down the coastal road. In fact, let's do an entire lap of this island, and we can get a nice look at the views. Now, I haven't been out much. I did a couple of bike rides early on in lockdown. Let's just pull over here a minute. Have a look at the view. Yeah, I did a couple of bike rides early on, and then to be honest, I haven't really done many more, but I did one a couple of days ago. I had to go and post a letter, so I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and I went out on the bike. There's a couple of helicopters, and there's a man with a camera, and a boat going out. This is lovely. Oh, I can hear the choppers coming back. They're low. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to write a couple of condolence cards as I've lost 2 family members to this cursed bug. My aunt and my uncle. Well, my uncle died, and then a couple of weeks later my auntie died, and unfortunately, well, I mean, they were elderly and they did have pre-existing conditions, but it was still very, very sad nonetheless. No, I haven't actually seen them for about 5 years since Mum passed away. I think the last time I saw them was at the funeral. But it was a little bit shocking to hear that, and I keep hearing it said that by the time this thing is over, pretty much everyone will have been affected in some way. Will either know somebody or know of somebody who has been affected by this. But anyway, sorry, I'm not going to wax on about this thing because everybody's probably sick to death of it at the moment because of it's all that's on the news and everything. Although at the moment there's a little bit of an annoying thing happening in the UK. We're trying to lock down and prevent the spread of this thing. I mean, to me that's completely logical. It makes sense. But I was listening to a radio show a couple of nights ago, and it was a phone-in show. It was on LBC. I listen to a lot of LBC while I'm driving, actually, because you can listen to the radio. And it was a phone-in, and there was a lot of truck drivers that were phoning in and saying that the amount of traffic out on the roads now is getting crazy, and a lot of them are getting caught up in traffic jams and things like that. And there seems to be this general consensus that people are just getting completely fed up with this lockdown, and they're just abandoning it, and they're just going out there and getting on with their lives. And it's kind of frustrating to see that happening, because I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but my frustration is that, in a couple of weeks' time, because this thing has kind of quite a long incubation thing, a long incubation period. In a couple of weeks' time, what am I looking at here? Looks like a tidal river, and it looks really low at the moment. But yeah, I'm hoping that all of our hard work for the last 5 weeks of avoiding contact with everyone is going to pay off. But with this sudden resurgence, I'm worried that it's all going to be for nothing, because we're going to end up back at square one. I don't know. Hopefully that won't happen. But from what I can see, that people are just kind of abandoning this whole lockdown thing, and I don't know. I'm not. I'm worried for the next couple of weeks, and I really don't want to see those numbers start climbing again. But I know this. You know, there's all sorts of controversial conversations going on about this whole thing. But to be honest, I'm just. I don't know. The thing is, you almost reach this saturation point. I've had 5 weeks of listening to the news and everything, and it's all anyone is ever talking about. And so you just kind of reach this saturation point where you just don't even know what to think anymore. So anyway, that's it. I'm drawing a line under that. I'm not going to talk about this anymore, because I've got very little to say about it now. I'm just going to carry on locking down and following whatever guidelines are given to me, and that's it. So right, line in the sand. Not talking any more about this. So back to the program. Let me just double check where we are. And all right, so I need to, if I want to go on the coastal road, might be an interesting bit down here, maybe. So let's go and have a look up here. And then we'll carry on around. So that's a number 1 waypoint, and then number 2 waypoint we'll go and have a look at the boat. No, it's swap my waypoints around. All right, we'll do this one at a time.
Time to hit the road.
Now,
at the roundabout, take the second exit.
I'm not sure how loud my voice is going to be, and it might sound a little bit slurry sometimes. Now, I haven't had anything to drink. It's because I've got these earbuds in. I notice when I can't hear my own voice, I've got these little earbuds which are like little suction cups, and they sucker right into your ears there. And you can't hear your own voice. I mean, I can feel my own voice vibrate through my head, if you like, but when I can't hear my own voice, it's strange when you talk. It's like I can get a little bit slurry sometimes. It's really strange. But yes, if I sound slurry, I'm not drunk. I haven't had a single drop today. It's way too early in the day. Oh, I just had a... That's really weird. Because this is so realistic, you actually forget you're in your living room, sat in an armchair with a pretend steering wheel in front of you.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
I just lifted up my head there to look at the clock, and I suddenly got this thump back into reality. Where I suddenly realised I'm in my living room and not in this beautiful island in Italy. But yeah, it's way too early in the day. It's only 3:15 in the afternoon, and although you can if you want, although it should be frowned upon, but maybe not. When you're playing this game, you can actually drink and drive, so you can actually see what it's like to drive when you're a bit sozzled. Although, to be honest, when I drink, I tend not to get sozzled. I just don't drink enough to do that. But I have been enjoying a few beers while I've been playing this game. It's been quite fun, and I have been, taking some more overt risks, possibly as the result of the alcohol. But it would be an interesting experiment, actually, one day to get really, really gazeboed. And then try driving and just see what a difference it makes on your driving. You sort of try to drive properly, but if you're under the influence, it might be quite interesting.
Exit now.
So, haven't really seen any coastally views, even though we're very close to the sea, which is literally should be just over there.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I'm hoping we might see something. We'll find out.
Here we are, safe and sound.
But it is just so strange how this does trick your brain into thinking that you're, well, how can I put it? You just you think you're there, and especially with this blue sky, you just do get that feel good factor that you know when you feel good when the sun comes out and everything's nice and you haven't got to be anywhere and you're nice and relaxed and you just feel really good because the sun's shining and it's great weather. I feel like that, and it's brilliant. Right, I'm gonna have to stop this truck here. I can't go that way because there are no actual roads. Is he going to let me out? He's going to let me out. All right, so I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to go this way, and we'll just take another quick look at the map. Right, so we're turning round, and now we want to head down to the port here. So
let's do this.
A garage there. Could buy that garage. I'm going to buy a garage on this island. I could get that one, although it's tucked out of the way here. Maybe get one nearer the port where we're going to now.
Exit now.
Now, as far as food goes, I've actually been losing a little bit of weight while I've been stuck here at home. I've been I've been enjoying actually these protein bars.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
And I'll have a protein bar for breakfast. Hello,
exit now.
What's going on over there? Oh no. Yes? No, hang on. Right, there's a road that goes down to the front here. I want to go and have a look, just because I can. So I need to go back up. No cars, good. Right, get a gear. Let's just have a quick look down here. Because we can.
Never mind, I'll find a new route.
Yeah, I've been losing a little bit of weight, and what I've been doing is eating these protein bars. Now I have a protein bar for breakfast, and because it's high in protein, it completely satiates you. So you're not even slightly bothered by food until sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening when I'll have a main meal, and usually I'll have a piece of meat with a few veg or a little bit of rice or a potato. And let's just have a little look down here. So this is obviously an international port. Oops. Yeah, and because I've been eating these bars, I've been full all the time. It's really difficult to talk with this guy talking in your ear. But yeah, I've lost about half a stone so far, and it's been absolutely no effort whatsoever. So I mean, it's not really any kind of regime that I'm sticking to. It's just the foods I'm kind of gravitating towards at the moment. And it's been really useful. There's a plane taking off.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
That must be from the mainland? Oh, he's vanished. Yeah, so
exit now.
I'll let you know how I go with that. If I lose a stone, I'll put it out as a recipe or as a set of things to eat so that you can lose weight. Because I'm a little bit overweight, but it's coming down nicely, so I'm quite chuffed about that. Plus the fact that I'm sat in the seat a lot now while I'm playing this game, but I'm still losing weight. Although I am doing 20 minutes every morning religiously
take the third exit.
On the treadmill. I sort of do 20 minutes as a permission to allow myself to sit around and play these games. Hello, it's getting a bit dark. I might have to pull over and sleep so we're driving in the daytime and not at night. Actually, where's the nearest? Right, I'll tell you what. Oh no, the garage there I can... No, that's fine. I can pull over at the garage coming up. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Actually, I've been really tired today. I've been going to bed really late, sort of 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I tend to wake up quite early in the mornings, regardless of what time I go to bed. So I've been getting 5 hours sleep, So sometimes I have to top up and just go and have an hour in the afternoon, just to sort of catch up on a little bit of sleep.
At
And
the
then,
roundabout,
unfortunately,
take the second exit.
I'm not tired at night then, so it's a bit of a vicious circle.
Exit now.
But yeah, it's getting a bit dim now, so at the next garage I'm going to pull over and do some sleep, and so it'll take us into the next day, and then we'll get daylight again. And then the views are a lot better in the daylight, in the sunshine. But this is really enjoyable, just relaxing. This is so enjoyable to do. And sometimes you even see eagles flying around. I haven't actually seen any on this island so far. Maybe they're not here, but yeah, you can be cruising along and see these eagles just circling around. I'll get a bit of fuel while I'm here as well. So engine off, fill up. I can put my lights on. Oh, I don't need to now. There we go. Okay, oops. Actually, I can turn that screen off, can't I? There we go. Right, if I turn the engine off and then click this button, you are getting some rest. So it's going to wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. No, we'll have another rest. And there we go, 1:54 in the afternoon, nice and bright again. So we can be on our way. Turn my lights off as well now. There we go. I just put my side lights on because it lights up my dashboard. But one of the things I'm thinking in terms of in regard to virtual reality is if we're stuck in lockdown, if they don't come up with an antidote or a vaccine anytime soon, and our general way of life is going to be much more geared towards staying at home wherever possible, I'm wondering if the virtual reality industry is going to get a real boost, because people are going to be turning to this kind of technology for a bit of escapism. And there's only so many hours of Netflix you can watch, so many movies you can watch before they all, sort of, I don't know, well, I'm not a big movie watcher myself. I used to be, but to be honest, I
go straight on.
I don't know. They just don't. Movies don't float my boat as much as they used to, but things like this do. And I'm kind of hoping that the virtual reality industry will really pull their finger out and really, put lots and lots of time, effort, money into developing new systems. Because at the moment, I mean, virtual reality is brilliant, but I've still got this honking great big chunk of metal and plastic and everything stuck on my face. And obviously, we're never going to be able to come away from that. I'm not really keen on the idea of brain implants or anything, but it would be nice to have less weight and bulk on my face. And at the moment, the technology is coming on slowly, but it would be nice to, get much more slimmer items that you put on your face, and obviously much more powerful, and perhaps not needing quite so many bulky wires and things. But I don't know, but hopefully the VR industry might, oh look, there's a nice sea view there. The VR industry might get a bit of a boost from this. Wow, look at this. There we go. That's nice, look. And the sea is rolling in, although it's obviously not proper waves or anything, but that looks so good. But honestly, it feels like I'm like here in this really beautiful sunny place by a beach, and I've got all those same those feel-good endorphins that you get triggered by being in a place like this. It's triggering those same feel-good endorphins. It's really strange. You know, I could be sat indoors at 10 o'clock at night and it could be pouring rain outside, but because I'm here and this has tricked my brain into thinking I'm here. Let's go and have a look down here. I don't know, it's really strange, but a good kind of strange, you know. And right now I just want to go and have a paddle. And jump in that little restaurant there and grab an ice cream and a coffee or something. This is so cool. But yeah, this certainly beats the motorways of you know, and the autobahns of Germany and stuff. This is just a cracking little place. I only discovered it yesterday, but I instantly fell in love with it. I think there are little. Well, I mean, I have been discovering them. Little places, little nuggets of really great scenery that you can stumble across as you drive around. This is a tight junction. Right, I can't see a thing on the right. Yeah. Right, stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh yeah, right. Thanks. Yeah, just give me a chance to. All right, I'll let you go by. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, I don't want you bashing into my posh truck. Yeah, I managed to treat myself to a top of the range Volvo. Next on the line is a Scania. I'm going to get a top of the range Scania, and this is my own personal truck which I can go out and do jobs on. One of the things I was thinking of possibly doing, if there's interest in it, I don't know if there will be, is actually starting a new profile and building a business up from scratch. And I know there are other Euro truckers that have done that. I think Squirrel is one of them, and he basically started off with zero and actually built up a trucking business, and he got to drive, you know, all over the place. It might make an interesting series of videos, although I could imagine it could be quite tedious after a while watching the same thing, because this has taken me, like I say, about 120 hours to get to this place where I've got loads of money in the bank now and I can just buy whatever I need, and you know, that money builds up really quick as my employees do jobs, and as I, you know, every time I sleep overnight, it forwards on another 8 hours, and during that 8 hours all my employees have earned more money, so the pot just keeps filling up. It's brilliant, which means I get to cruise around places like this at my leisure in a really big truck with a fancy paint job, by the way. So let's see where we are on this coastal road. Right, we're just about to approach the marina, so you can see the big ship that you can actually go on the ship and go over to the mainland of Italy. We might do that last thing. Now, I did go out to the van the other day. The van has not been started or moved in 5 weeks. So
exit now.
I went out and started the engine up. I thought I better go and do that, because the blooming thing will seize up if it doesn't get used. But I also moved it back and forward. Actually, no, I moved it back about 2 feet, and that was just to prevent getting any flat spots on the tyres where it's been sat so long in one place. Assuming that's a thing. I think my brother mentioned it once.
Exit now.
So I just shifted its position a little bit, and it's back out there again. And hopefully not for another 5 weeks, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm just going through a little town here. Now the other thing is I upgraded my graphics card in the computer, so I've got all the artifacts turned full on now, and I'm getting no rubber banding or pinging. Because before on the old graphics card I was getting a lot of juddering as I went through
Take the first exit.
The places where there are lots of buildings and lots of artifacts. But the new graphics card, I think it's a 2080 Ti or GTX 2080 Ti, I think. And yeah, it's handling this much better. There we go. There's the marina, and let's just pull over here a little bit. You can see what's going on here. There's an island over there. The water looks a lot more realistic as well than it did before with the new graphics card.
Get ready to turn left.
Is it here? No, it's further up. We can go up and have a look at the boat. I won't get on it. At least not yet. I'm going to stay on the island because it's still lots to see. But when you're ready to leave the island, you jump on the ship here. And where that little green floating anchor is, you just get up on there and whoop, away you go. But I'm going to turn around. I did that wrong, shouldn't I? I should have turned around, not inside the boat. You could have got a better view then. Let's try that. There we go. So a nice little view. I love the fact they've even got like rubbish floating on the water. The attention to detail is brilliant. It's just such a cool game. This is so relaxing. Just sat here in the sunny sunshine with a huge great ship next to me. Okay, let's just figure out where else we want to go. So it's a shame there are no roads right along the coast, but I think the next coastal road is along here, so we can aim that way. If I aim for that petrol station, that will take us along there. Although, let's do a little swing by down there, because I've never been there before. I'll pick up a repair while I'm there.
Let's go.
Because the truck hasn't been serviced for a little while. Marina. Just seen a sign for a marina. I'm just curious.
Never mind.
I want a mystery tour. You wouldn't be able to get big trucks through that little turning.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Okay. All right. So this is a marina, and you can pick up a job here. Let's have a look at the water. Really big posh yacht there, and some people on it actually. I can see two people sat on it lounging around. There's a little, oh, better stop here or I'm going to go for a drink. I'll go in the drink. So this is a nice little marina. I don't know where this is supposed to be representative of. Something called Bonifacio. It's in Italian. Well, I presume this is. Although this is not the Italian mainland, I'm presuming this is still an Italian island. Certainly with a name like that, Bonifacio. It certainly sounds very Italian. But there's looks like some sort of a fortressy thing going on up there, on the top of that hill up there. So there we go. So this is what do we call it? Bonifacio. Bonifacio. All right. So let's go back on track. This is lovely.
Turn right. Turn right.
Wouldn't mind living in a place like this.
Right.
I bet it'd be quite expensive to live on an island like this.
Turn right.
Not sure I've got the pennies. So I'll just have to visit it virtually.
Get ready to turn left.
But yeah, there's a nice big marina there. Another angle at it. Somebody sat there on a little seat. I wonder if he'll let me in.
Turn left.
No. The gate's not going up. Sorry! Gonna have to back up. Oop, don't want to hit that car behind me. Oh, there's a little Citroen Diane. I've not seen one of them before. I've certainly not noticed one. There's a Peugeot. There's a Renault. A lot of these cars are recognisable. There's a Mercedes there. Another Peugeot. Be a lot of Peugeots and things because I know they're quite popular on the continent. Another Citroen Diane. Now I'm seeing them all the time now.
Get ready to turn right.
I should say also thanks for the comments on the previous video. It was very interesting reading it, and a lot of you did seem to enjoy the driving videos, even though they were kind of artificial, but felt real to me. But thanks for the suggestions of places to drive through as well.
Turn right.
And there were several requests for Denmark, oddly enough. So I'm going to... Oh, turn right, that's the other way. I just wonder if there's anything this way. No, I think the more interesting stuff is... Wait, what are you doing? Okay, let's go this way for a minute. I might have to turn around in a minute. Is this the same... This is the same marina, isn't it? We've already... I'm getting lost. We've already driven past here. Right, I'm going to turn around again.
Turn left.
Yeah, Copenhagen and Denmark were the suggestions. I can back into there, I think. And so at some point I may do another video and drive around there. Although, to be honest, I think this is by far the prettiest place I've driven around so far. Although some of the mountains around Sweden were quite nice as well. And northern Italy as well. There were some really nice mountainous regions, so we could go and have a look at those. This is lovely. Honestly, right now I could go and sit in one of those seats and order a coffee or something, and just sit there and watch the world go by. It's so nice. Whoa! What was that? I heard the tinkling of glass and everything. Did I hit something? I didn't see anything. Let's just check them up a minute. Where are we heading? Alright, so now we're going to go along this coastal area. And then maybe end up there, and then possibly it goes back inland there. And then I'll tell you what, we'll end up at this final port and we'll call it a day at the end of that.
Time to get the job done.
So... But yeah, as always, really interested to
take the second exit.
To know your feedback on this type of video. I mean, obviously it's not really going out and about in the van, or it's not a camping video or anything. I'm really missing camping, I should say. But and also the lack of subject matter. To be honest, I've done so little. There's some horses there. Look. I've done so little. There's so little to talk about. I'm scraping the barrel for subject matter and ideas on things to talk about. So it's just me waffling about very little. But at least we're getting some nice scenery, nice scenic views on the journey. Assuming this is recording, because I've already done this once for an hour and it didn't record. So I'll be quite cross if it doesn't record a second time. And because I'm quite tired today as well, I think I probably won't attempt it a third time, so I hope this works. I'm going to be really dangerous here and try overtaking this guy because he's spoiling the view. For the record, I would never do something that crazy in real life. But looks like we're going through a nice little valley sort of area. Still very pleasant, even though you can't see the sea. The sea's the other side of that hill. I must admit, it's nice driving this truck without having the whopping great big trailer behind it. You've got to concentrate on driving all the time. Although I do enjoy doing the long trips. Oh, here we go. Ah! No! Bit of a skid there. Slammed on the brakes too hard. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be naughty here. I'm going to back in to this spot if I can. Yeah. it from another angle, get a nice view. There we go. So we've got a nice view going on over there. Oh, grab a gear, Rick. Let's see if we can get a better angle on it. Okay, so that's all hills over there. Actually, one thing I have noticed is there's a lot of vineyards around these Italian areas. There's somebody there with a camera as well, again. A video camera. Cool. It's quite funny how they move. Like little animated people. Right, I've lost track of what I was talking about again. But yeah, I am tired, so I find quite often if I oops, the car come in. Quite often, if I haven't got a lot to talk about, I tend to not be able to waffle on when I'm tired, because so sometimes it's just a flow. You know, it sort of one thing flows into another, and you can keep the dialogue going. But as you know, I'm not the most articulate person on the planet. I'll usually take 100 words where 20 will do. But anyway, yeah, I would love to get your feedback on this and this type of video, and whether you want to see more of them. I mean, if nothing else, it's a bit of company for a little while, and probably not that educational. I'm probably the least person to be an educator. What's this over here? Ah, it's like a little. It's like a graveyard. There's little shrines and things on a hillside. I could think of a worse place to be buried. Actually, talking of which, the government said that they are. Oh, I'll wait for this truck. The government said that they're going to make sure that all the crematoriums and the graveyards and the memorial places, what are they called? I'm too tired, I can't think. Places where memorial stones and stuff are, graveyards. I'm sure there's another word for them. But they're going to make sure that they're all open. So I've been keeping an eye on our local crematorium, because my mum's got a memorial there, and it'll be a great opportunity for me to get in the van and drive there. Obviously, you've got to keep your social distancing. That's a nice little church there. Yeah, obviously you've got to keep your social distancing, but I can drive there and then go and visit her gravestone. Maybe put some flowers on there if I can find some, but obviously that means going into a shop buying some, so I may have to ad lib a bit and make some out of paper or something, I don't know. But just to go and get a visit, and that'll give me an opportunity to actually go for a drive, you know, just there and back. But I'll actually be able to get in the van and drive it. That'll be so cool. But at the moment, I'm keeping an eye on the website, but all the time it just says it's closed.
And then turn left.
Even though the government said they're going to make a point of making sure these places are open, for the sake of our sanity.
Turn left.
Right, can't go that way, so I've got to go this way. That house with shutters all over the windows. So we're not far from the marina now, so I think I'll probably end the video when we get to the marina. I might pop over to the mainland. We'll just do a quick ferry journey so you can see what happens. Oh, see on the back of that truck it says Carrefour. What I have noticed in this game, see the Carrefour is spelt with a K.
The second exit.
And there's a lot of plays on names here. I think it must be a copyright thing. Whereas I think the real Carrefour is spelt with a C.
Exit now.
And but yeah, there's a lot of play on names. So I saw one the other day which was supposed to be IKEA, but I think it was IKA, and they'd taken out the E. And again, but it was all in the IKEA colours, and it just obviously was made to look like IKEA, but it couldn't quite call it IKEA, which is quite funny. But obviously, I presume there's a copyright thing. But I'd imagine that where it says NS Chemicals on the front there, on the back of that truck, I bet you there's a company that possibly represents that, but it's slightly different. There's a nice view out here. Look, got a massive great big boat. There's the marina. Oh, there's a couple of cyclists. I don't think I've seen cyclists before. I'm sure I must have, but I don't remember it. Oh, I'm feeling really tired now. I think I might have to go and get my head down for an hour. I only had about 4, maybe 5 hours sleep last night, so I'm flagging a bit. So I think it'd be a good time to stop this video. We'll just have a quick little look at the marina, and then we'll call it a day. Just change the sat nav here. There we go.
Keep left, and then turn
Okay.
left.
Got 2.94 million. Sorry, 2.9 million in the bank. So I'm going to be buying up some garages and some really cool trucks. Might give all my fleet an upgrade, because I've only got the basic Volvo trucks with the big engines. So, because the Volvo seem to do, at the bottom of their range one, they do a truck, a nice cheap truck, but it's got a massive engine in it. So I tend to buy those for my fleet. But I would like to start getting involved with Scanias, because they are nice trucks. They're just a lot more expensive. This is so cool. I mean, the views here are brilliant. It just looks so good. Anyway, I can pull over here and have a look, I think. So, there we go. There's a marina. The water definitely looks better with the new graphics card. Looks a lot more realistic. I love the fact that the little boats are bobbing around, and if you look at the masts, they're all sort of crossing over each other. It's so cool. So, alright, what we'll do, we'll jump on a boat, go over to the mainland.
Ready to turn left.
Let's just have a quick look. There's the boat. Where's the boat going to? Oh, right. Oh, so, right. It doesn't go to the mainland. It just goes to the other island. So we'll just have a quick look at Sassari. We'll have a quick look at Sassari, and then we'll call it a day, because then you get to see what it's like travelling on a boat.
Turn left.
So there's 2 massive great big ferries. I can only go on the one, so obviously can't get to that one, and it's closed up. Oh, doorbell. Just have a delivery. Back in a sec.
Someone is at the front door. Motion detected.
This is where it is.
Right, where were we? We were interrupted by the postman there. Just put my earbuds back in, and oh, there we go. Right. Oh, did I crash? I think I might have crashed. I obviously didn't put the handbrake on. Right. I think I was going to look at the side of the boat, wasn't I? Let's have a quick look around, and then we'll jump on the boat, and then we'll go over to... That's right, we were looking at the map, weren't we? So we go over to Sassari, have a quick look around. But yeah, this is really nice. Huge great boat there. You can see the water moving and bubbling. The sense of scale here is incredible. It's so clever. This just looks like a massive, massive boat. And we're going to go on it. I love the way the whole cab shudders when you go up the ramp. That's cool. Yeah, see, look at that. The name on the side of that truck. I'm pretty sure there's a company that looks just like that, but the name is just slightly different. Right. So So we're going to go to Porto Torres, and that's, if I click on that, there they go, that's across there to the other island. So embark. Oh, there's my truck, by the way. How cool does that look? Oops, it's behind the thing now. Right, embark. I'd imagine some time has passed as well, so yeah, 6:44 p.m. So, oh, handbrake's on. There we go. That's quite good. Look, you got a little handbrake there. So just have a little quick look around this place, and then we'll call it a night or a day or whatever. So just have a little drive around in circles so we can see what's what. So it's like a little harbour town. I'll hug the coastline a bit and see whether I can see some more of the boats and things. I'll stay close to the water because it's just more interesting viewing. There you go, Sassari that way. And Calgary, got Calgary here as well. See, I'm pretty sure Stella Line isn't the real company called Stena Line with an N and not an L. Oh, I can't go down that way, that's a shame. And it's getting dark as well. The sun's going down by the looks of it because it's starting to get a bit dusky. No, can't go that way either. So it's just the town that I can go through possibly. There's a nice river there. Must be a tidal estuary, possibly. Estuary? No, that's not the right word, is it? See, I'm tired still. Yeah, it looks like we're going to start heading inland. Let's just double check the map. Oh no, we're going to... Okay, look, let's end up... let's end up somewhere here. Let's end up on this road here. That's right on the coast. And let's just see if we can finish there and see if we've got a view or not.
Time to get the job done.
So I need to go straight on. Oops.
Go straight on.
And that'll be our final resting spot. And then I'll bring this video to an end. But this has been fun. I've really enjoyed it. Like I say, I've spent over 100 hours on this. About 100, probably getting on for about 130 hours now. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's so relaxing. Just cruise around and just see the world go by, and I'm getting my driving fix.
Exit right.
And this really does trick your brain into thinking that you're actually driving. It's really easy to forget you're sat in your living room. Every now and again I might like glance up and suddenly get this sort of be dropped back into reality because you suddenly see your living room when you know all the time you've been looking at this view. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Exit now.
But I'm definitely flagging. I'm really tired. I'm going to have to go and get my head down for an hour, I think. And then I'll be on my second wind for this evening and then not end up going to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning again. I'll try to be good. Right. No, don't think we're going to get a view of the water.
Turn left.
I think, yeah, this is just all built up. See, I was hoping, because that's the shoreline there, I was hoping we might get a view of it, but I don't think so. I think we've got buildings in the way. So, there we go. I will have a quick look just to see if we can see anything. No, building in the way. There's an open space here. No, that's just a big depot. And I can't proceed any further down that road.
We are finished.
So there we go. I'm going to pull into this car park here. Don't. Or not. It's not going to let me. Okay, I'm going to pull over here then. I'll take my headset off. So there we go. All done. Oh, I enjoyed that. That was good fun. Oh, and I've probably got awful VR head hair. So there we go. That was a little, well, just a little trip and a natter about not a lot, as per my usual videos. I hope it was fun to watch or a little bit interesting. And I am really tired. I'm falling asleep here. So I'm going to sign off and say thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care. And please be recorded.